All right, I lost track of what point I was on now, but the next point after your food would be your water. Um, you want good, clean water, obviously. You also don't want any fluoride, um, chloride, all that stuff. And there's plenty of reasons why, and you can look that up. And you don't want completely filtered water that has everything out of it either. You want minerals in it. Um, it helps your body absorb it, and it is nutrients that your body needs. And if you want to test this out, get completely filtered water, bottled water from the store, a couple good sized bottles, and try to drink them down. And you probably get bloated. You have to pee, and you just can't get down. Everybody says I can't drink enough water in a day. But if you put just a pinch of salt in your water, literally, I mean, you won't taste it anything, just a pinch. I find that I can drink those 3 liters of water a day, and I don't have to pee. I don't feel bloated. I just feel good, and I feel like it's being used. If I forget to put the salt in, I can't get it down, and I have to go pee, and it's it feels like too much. So get those minerals in you. Get them in with your water. Get them at the same time. Just a pinch of sea salt or anything in there will help. Exercise. Um, you have far ends of the spectrum now with people that don't work out at all, and then you have the CrossFit people that are killing it every day in there, and they make fun of overtraining or ever that it being real or anything. And yeah, they're super lean and ripped, and they're athletes. But if you look at their faces, they look like they're about ready to die, and they always look. If they've been doing it for a long time, they have tons of injuries, and they look way older than they are. And it's few and far between people that have done CrossFit for a long time, haven't had injuries, and actually look healthy in their face. And I'm not talking about being lean. Being lean is not necessarily healthy. You have the outliers that are able to do it and are healthy and look great, and they may be that way despite of it and not because of it. They were probably already very athletic and healthy before their CrossFit career. And I'm not putting down CrossFit. I think it has its place, and I actually enjoy the mindset of it and some of it. Um, it's just that people always think they need to work out way more than they need to, so then they don't work out at all. And I used to work out for hours and hours every day. I was addicted to going to the gym. And now I work out maybe twice a week for my working sets is probably about 20 minutes. It's usually no more than 4 to 6 sets. I may be in the gym longer, just stretching or warming up or hanging out, talking or whatever. But my actual workout is only 20, 30 minutes, averaging about twice a week. And I've been doing that for a year and a half now. And in that time, I've gotten way stronger. I've balanced out and put on muscle. And I'm way more athletic than I was when I was spending a couple hours working out every day. And my pain has gone away, and my joints are way more healthy. I'm also way leaner than I was before, and not trying to. But before, I wanted to be leaner because I was at 25% body fat. I was walking around at about 220, and my body fat was too high, but I didn't want to give up any strength, so I was keeping it up there. Um, Now, between the way I eat, sleep, and the way I work out, I'm actually way stronger. Don't have the joint pain. I have more athletic ability than I did before. I walk around at about 185, 190, and about 10% body fat. And I don't do any cardio. And like I said, I only work out 20, 30 minutes, maybe twice a week. Um, so there's a lot to be said for finding the right minimal effective dose for yourself for your particular circumstances at this time. Things change for me. I may start spending more time in the gym just because I can and I want to and I want to build skills, but it's not needed. So, you know, our bodies are capable of more workload capacity per day than any other animal on the earth. And, you know, we're not the fastest or the strongest, but we can out endure anything else. So pick your exercise wisely, because going to a gym and working out for 20-30 minutes pretty intensely is not natural. And to do that on a regular basis is not natural. Baling hay all day, splitting firewood, hiking, doing that stuff's natural, but we don't have time for that. So find a balance with it, you know, and find what is going to work for you. But do something, because sitting sedentary all day is not natural, and that'll kill you just as fast as smoking. What else do we got here? Learning to stay calm, learning to control your mindset, learning not to let things get to you, bother you, learning to control your posture and to even smile will affect your hormones for the better. If you slouch, you look down at the ground and you grimace and you're thinking about negative things, within a minute or two your cortisol is shooting through the roof. And if you do the opposite, even if you don't feel like it, but you make yourself stand up straight, you make yourself look at the horizon, you make yourself smile, within minutes your hormones are going back to the positive. And you can affect your hormones and your health physically and mentally by basically backfeeding your body and making it act like it's happy and healthy until it is. The next thing I do is intermittent fasting, and you can go on bulletproofexec.com or look up bulletproof fasting, and you can find all the information about how he recommends doing that. It's something I never thought I would do. I have actually would avoid it like the plague, but it has been extremely helpful and easy for me. And I didn't jump in all at once. I just started pecking away at it a little bit at a time and experimenting with it. And everyone fasts. When you go to sleep, when you sleep all night, you're fasting. So all you have to do to implement this into your regular routine is just start to extend it a little bit, either in the evenings or in the mornings, and just start extending it. Give your body that time to not have to process food and to not be looking just for your external sources of food for fuel. And it'll start looking to your body fat again for fuel. It stops doing that when you're shoving sugar down your face all the time. It doesn't need to look for your body fat for fuel because it has a ready source, and it develops, it adapts to burning sugar more than fat. You need to give yourself time to readapt back to burning body fat. And then you never have to worry about blood sugar crashes and what am I going to eat? And you know, I used to be in a panic if I thought I wasn't going to get lunch. And it's not done properly. It's not damaging to your body at all. It's the same theory as going to the gym and lifting weights. When you're lifting those weights, you're tearing your muscle down so that they will go. When you go rest, they will rebuild themselves better. So you're doing the same with your body. You're not feeding it, so it will look to itself to how can it make itself better. And then when you do refeed, you're feeding it with good quality fats and proteins and very, very minimal carbohydrates that are just coming from natural sources like vegetables. And you're teaching your body that that's the fuel it needs to use. And it will become more adept and more efficient at using them. Thus why I don't need to eat as much as I used to. I avoid gluten at all cost. And because I'm used to intermittent fasting, I can skip a meal if I have to, if I can't get anything that doesn't have gluten. It doesn't mean I'm not hungry. It just means that it doesn't matter to me as much. I can just acknowledge that I'm hungry and then carry on and forget about it. I avoid GMO stuff as much as possible. That stuff is so messed up. Our bodies don't even know what to do with it or what it is, or the you know, you have to think of your food as chemicals. When you put that food in your body, it's giving your body chemical messages to what to do with it, what to do now. That GMO is messing up all those messages, and your body doesn't know what to do with this stuff, and it can't handle it. I don't drink a lot of milk or eat a lot of cheese or dairy or anything, but when I do, it's raw, nothing pasteurized, nothing homogenized. It's just not natural. Our bodies know what to do with raw dairy from a healthy animal, doesn't know what to do with it from an animal that's been filled full of chemicals and forced to produce milk and forced to be in a feedlot, and it's stressed out, and then we boil and pasteurize that stuff and homogenize it because you wouldn't drink it otherwise because it's nasty, and then our bodies don't know what that is or what to do with it. Just like if you were a hunter, every hunter knows you don't want to kill an animal that's stressed out because it won't taste good. Its meat will be tough and it will taste bad. You want to harvest an animal that's calm and not stressed out at all and doesn't realize anything just happened. So with your food and your dairy and all that, that's something to think about. Was this cow, stressed out in a feedlot right before or for weeks before, and what kind of food did it have? All that is huge. It's not something to be taken lightly. All right. Another thing is, if you wouldn't eat something, don't put it on your skin or in your mouth. So, and that's not that hard to do. We don't use toothpaste anymore. We make our own out of coconut oil or different things. And if we're running, don't have much time, just straight coconut oil works fine. And my teeth are healthier now than they've ever been. All the plaque on the back side of them and all that has gone away. And all I did was stop using toothpaste. And if you look at toothpaste, it says harmful if swallowed. So why would you put it in your mouth at all? You're going to swallow some. And anything that goes in your mouth, that membrane from the outside world to your bloodstream of your whole entire body is the thinnest in your mouth. So anything in your mouth is in your bloodstream within seconds. So you didn't swallow it, but it's still in your bloodstream. And anything you put on your skin, especially if you're hot, like in a hot shower, there was a study I read where they took someone's blood work, then they had them take a shower, and about 45 minutes later they did their blood work again, and all the chemicals that were in their shampoos and soaps were not in their blood beforehand, but 45 minutes after their shower, it was in their blood and their urine. So it's immediately in our bodies. It's not a long-term thing. It's immediately in our bodies. You don't want it in there. If you know that if you ate that you would be vomiting and sick, don't put it on your skin because it's accumulating in your body over time. And it's very easy not to do. We make our own toothpaste. We can make our own soaps, or we buy soap, and it's actually fairly inexpensive. We buy one big bottle about the size of a shampoo bottle, and then it dilutes down like you do 75% water to 25% of the soap, and it lasts forever. And so it's not a huge investment to have to do. And it makes a huge difference. So toothpaste, shampoo, soap, cologne, those are all things that I avoid, and we make our own, or we just straight up use coconut oil, and it makes a huge difference.